Good evening, and welcome to the first and probably last edition of Nurse Practitioner Trivia. I'm your host, Wesley Gowers, a nurse practitioner student at Auburn University, and these are my two contestants, Lawson and Amy McGlon. Lawson, will you please tell us what you do for a profession?
I work in wastewater collection systems.
And you, Amy?
I work in human resources.
All right, so tonight we'll be playing a game. Right here you see on the board, you see 9 cards with numbers. You also see a bonus card at the bottom. Each of these numbers correlates with a question and the number of points they earn from the question. Now, how is it going to work is that I'm going to ask you both a number between 1 and 10. The person closest gets to go first. If you get the answer incorrect, your opponent can steal. However, you can also pass if you'd like to. After 9 questions have been answered, we'll save the bonus for last. We will tally up the points, and then you will be allowed to wager the amount of points you've earned during the game on that last bonus question. All right, so Lawson, your number between 1 and
4.
Okay. And
7.
as a matter of fact, that time it was 5. So Lawson, it's your go.
I'm gonna pick this 100 right here.
All right, excellent. All right, for 100 points. What does FNP stand for, and what can an FNP do?
FNP would be the first nurse practitioner that arrives on the scene, and an FNP can do the job that they are required to do.
Excellent answer, but that's incorrect. Amy, what does FNP stand for, and what can an FNP do?
Gonna say family nurse practitioner,
Correct.
and I'm gonna say that they can, I don't know exactly what they do, but they're kind of operate as a doctor, but they can't write narcotics as a doctor, but they can help patients out.
All right, so that is correct for 100 points, Amy. So an FNP stands for Family Nurse Practitioner. Now, an NP can assess, diagnose, order, and interpret lab tests and prescribe medications for individuals within a framework of collaboration with other medical providers and systems. So that's the exact answer. Actually, turns out that they're also known as primary care nurse practitioners. They make up about 70% of the nurse practitioner workforce. And fun fact for you, family nurse practitioners are the only specialty of nurse practitioner that actually works on the entire lifespan, which means we can see everything from a just newborn baby all the way to the very last breath you take at death. So they are the only ones. All right,
Good fun fact.
excellent answer, Amy. All right, Lawson, she stole yours, so Amy, pick another one.
I'll take the other 100.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Can an FNP diagnose illnesses?
Yes.
Correct. So according to the National Council of State Boards of Nursing, NPs are responsible and accountable for health promotion, disease prevention, health education, and counseling, as well as the diagnosis and management of acute and chronic diseases. They provide initial, ongoing, and comprehensive care to patients in family practice, pediatric, neonatal, geriatric, psych, mental health, and women's health gender-related populations. So just to reiterate, we can cover it all. Congratulations, Amy. That's another 100 points. Excellent. All right. Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna try not to. All right, Lawson, you go.
I'm gonna pick this 200.
Excellent. Okay. For 200 points. Yes. Lawson, do you think a FNP has to collaborate with a physician? Which
No.
means they have to work hand in hand with a physician.
No.
Incorrect. Amy, do you
Yes.
think? That is correct. So actually, collaboration regulations are different from state to state. You have 3 different types of authority that nurse practitioners can practice. They either have full practice authority, they have reduced practice authority, and they have restricted practice authority. All right, so what that means is full practice authority means they can't act independently without any physician collaboration. Restricted and reduced both require that a physician be in the building and be a collaborator with the nurse practitioner. It turns out that the state of Alabama is actually a reduced practice authority. So for us to be able to practice medicine, we have to have a physician actually in the building that we are operating in to be able to see patients. So it turns out that collaboration is actually the cornerstone of high patient quality care. So that's what we're working towards. All right, there you go, Amy. Well, I think we see a clear winner coming out the gate here.
Speak too soon.
I get the bonus.
Yes, you will. That's what we're waiting on. Okay. So Amy, pick another.
What are the other 200?
Okay, fair enough. You don't have to go in order if you don't want to. All right, Amy, for 200 points. Can a FNP manage chronic and acute illnesses?
Yes.
Yes, that is correct. So just like in the previous answer that we talked about, it can manage all chronic and acute illnesses across the lifespan. These illnesses chronically can be diabetes, hypertension, gout, any kind of cardiovascular, pulmonary diseases. Some of the acute things we'll probably see in care, we could see, injury, like eye injury or any kind of bodily injury. We see sinus infections, we see eye infections, stomach pain, people coming complaining of headaches. Those are the types of acute things that we treat. But yes, congratulations, 200 points. Amy. All right. See a lot of A's, Al. Come on, let's do that. All right. So, Lawson.
I'm gonna go for this 300 right here.
All right. Fair enough. Can a FNP, family nurse practitioner, do simple office procedures?
Yes.
That is correct. Good job, Lawson. So the basic office procedures that we can actually do is stuff like suturing, cryotherapy, freezing off different types of warts and things. We do wound incision and drainage. We do a couple of anesthetic treatments like putting in lidocaine and things. We also do foreign body removal and skin tag removal as well. So yes, we can do simple office procedures. Good job, Lawson. Right. I feel a comeback coming on.
I'll go 400.
You're gonna go 400?
I'm going to.
All right. We got a big player. All right. Tricky one.
Uh-oh.
Can a FNP write prescriptions, and can they prescribe narcotics? So it's two parts.
Yes, they can write prescriptions. No, they cannot write narcotics. Oh.
Yes and no. So it turns out that 92.6% of all nurse practitioners that are practicing do prescribe medications every day with an average of 21 medications a day. All 50 states, nurse practitioners are allowed to prescribe medications. However, when it comes to narcotics, if you have full prescriptive authority, you have a little bit more wiggle room in there than you would like for Alabama reduced practice. We actually have to require certain classes and certain certifications to be able to receive the ability to write narcotics. So not every nurse practitioner can write narcotics, but with certification you can. But every nurse practitioner is allowed to write prescriptions.
I feel like half this.
No, I get all 400.
You know what, Lawson, can an FNP prescribe narcotics?
No.
Okay. You got it wrong. All right, so you know what, in all fairness, yes, I'll give you 200 points. So, Amy, 200. All right.
Where's my 200?
You answered it no
Yeah.
after
After
she
you-
answered it no.
After he just explained the answer.
Okay, all right. Lawson, pick a question.
The other 300, please.
All right. So, can an FNP order diagnostic tests?
Yes.
That is correct. So, obviously, we can order routine labs, we can order x-rays, MRIs, CTs, different types of arterial studies. It just depends on the presentation of what the patient is coming in. But yes, we can order diagnostic tests. Actually, it's one of the main things we do to narrow down a diagnosis is order these diagnostic tests to give us some more insight into the problem that's actually going on with the patient. So, good job, Lawson. 300. All right, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Uh-oh. All right, Amy.
400.
All right. 400 it'll be. Uh-oh. All right, so can a FNP bill for their services?
Yes.
Correct. An FNP can bill for their services, but hopefully wherever we're working there's a billing department because it's very complicated and not something that every nurse practitioner does. So, all right, Amy, that's 400. Good job. And then Lawson.
I'm gonna choose 500.
All right. So, what is the difference between a nurse practitioner and a physician assistant?
I have no idea.
Well, at least you're being honest. Amy, do you want to take a crack at it?
Not gonna lie, this is a really hard question.
Okay.
But I know that a nurse practitioner has to go through more clinical hours or working hours. That's about all I know.
All right. So.
Oh, wait, no, wait, hold on. A nurse practitioner can work on their own. Can a physician assistant work on their own? I don't think they can do that, but I don't know the answer. You can go ahead and tell me the answer.
Okay. The main difference is what you said.
Oh, okay.
All right. That PAs are not allowed to work autonomously, whereas NPs are allowed to work autonomously. So, good job.
Thanks.
Good job, Amy. That was excellent. All right, so we've come down to the bonus round. Let's tally up the points. Amy, 500, 600, 800,
At least you're good at math.
900, 1100. Okay, Lawson's got 600. There we go. Yeah. Okay, and then Amy's got an additional 200 here, so she's at 1300. And 1700 for Amy and 600 for Lawson. So, the bonus question, how much would you like to wager, Lawson?
All of it.
Okay, 600. Amy, how much would you like to wager?
I'm gonna wager 700.
Okay, so we're at 600 and 1700, 600, 700. All right. So, after the education and discussion that we've had today, do you feel that family nurse practitioners should have full practice authority in every state? Do you remember what full practice authority is?
Yes, that means that they can practice without a doctor in the building.
That's right. So,
Do I feel that they should be able to?
yes.
Then how is this a right or wrong answer?
No, that's the whole point of it.
Oh, well, I mean, no, not really.
Why you say that?
I feel like they should, but they shouldn't because I still think that there should be some kind of, I don't care what job you're in, I think there should be some kind of higher up, and I think that that's what a doctor is there for. I think they should have some kind of advice to give and something to sign off on, and nurse practitioners should have somebody to lean on.
All right. The answer. You, Lawson?
My answer is yes, because there's a shortage of doctors.
Excellent. So you both got that answer correct because it's an opinion question. So Lawson, you're at 1200 and Amy, you're at 2400. So that means the winner of this game was Amy.
I won.
Congratulations, you know more about nurse practitioners than your husband.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for your participation. And actually, the truth of the matter is that I just got through reading a study a couple of days ago that was actually talking, they did a survey and they did the research on the difference between MDs and nurse practitioners, like the level of care, like the quality of care. And the truth is that what they found in that study was that nurse practitioners actually, patients feel like they give better care and they actually give the same quality of care than a physician does. If you looked at diagnostic tests that are ordered, but it's just because of the way that we're trained, right? Nurse practitioners are trained to look at the person, they're looking at the generational age group, they're looking at the patient and the holistic approach, whereas doctors are normally asked to treat, systems. So when they see a patient, they're looking at lungs, they're looking at heart, they're looking at vasculature. We're looking at Amy McGlon or Lawson McGlon and how to treat accordingly. So the truth is there is no right answer in that. And actually within the next 8 years, more than likely, Alabama will probably be one of those states where we do have full practice authority. So give it a greater part of a decade and then nobody will be able to watch over us, Amy. Sorry. Or, correction, nobody will have to watch over us. So,
There you go.
but anyways, all right. Well, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it, guys.
I learned a lot. Thank you.
Go dog.